Hey, what's good, Cancer? You're gonna be a Cancer sun sign for the messages. Frank Ocean could be significant to somebody, but yeah, yeah. You don't have to be a Cancer sun sign. You can have Cancer anyway in your chart or whomever. It's a general reading, so it's not it's not gonna resonate with everybody. Not all of it, maybe, maybe not. Just use your discernment throughout the whole reading, so you're not like you know flying off the handle about shit that is not that has nothing to do with you. Um, maybe, maybe not, you know. And you can be the villain in your own reading. You know where you're at in life. You know what the fuck you're doing. So let's go ahead and get it. See what's up. What's going on, Cancer? Yeah, Frank Ocean is significant for somebody. I don't know. I forgot the name of the song. I think it's the girl with the. Is it the girl with the dragon tattoo or something? I don't know if that's the song. I may be wrong. Hold on. I have to see. I may be wrong. Oh no, girl with the tattoo. I don't. Oh no, but it's not Miguel though. Maybe that's not the song I'm thinking of then. So it's definitely not. I mean, it could be Miguel. I think he's a Taurus. You can tell it's a Taurus, but I don't believe this is the song I'm thinking of though. It could be. Oh no, it is. It is. It is. So Miguel. I don't know. I don't know why I thought this was Frank Ocean, but Frank Ocean can be significant too. But this is the song I was talking about. What's good, Chess? So I don't know. You be done with a Taurus? You don't have to. Okay, so yeah, something about that song. Whatever that means to whomever. It may not mean anything to anybody, you know. So don't worry about it if it doesn't resonate. I would look into the lyrics to kind of see what's up. See what I get. Alright, let's see what we got. You done with the air sign. Ooh, new boo. Ah, okay. Different things here, man. Different strokes for different folks going on. This doesn't have to be all you, or none of it has to be for you, or what. It doesn't matter. So, somebody could be at risk of getting their kids taken away. That's someone for whatever reason. CPS could be getting involved in somebody's situation. I don't know if this is your kids or somebody else's kids, but somebody can definitely be reporting someone to DCF or whatever the fuck it's called. DC, whatever that. Is it DCFC or DCFS? I don't fucking know. Whatever that shit. But I don't know if someone is being neglectful towards their children, or it could be things other than children, or if someone is abusing their children or something like that. This could have already happened. This could be like something that you dealt with growing up. So You might have been like taken away from a abusive household once upon a time. You or someone else. What's up with this? You know, with a Gemini or Virgo, you could be a cusper, Cancer. You came out in your own shit. Is this you? You may be a social worker. That's definitely not for many people. They don't pay social workers enough to do decent, like a decent. They don't pay them enough to stay around, not to do a decent job, because you can do a decent job without getting paid if you really care about what you do. So I feel like they don't, I feel like a lot of services that are important, they don't get the support that they need. They don't get the finance, they don't get the finances that they need. They don't get like, it was another word I was going to say instead of finances, because finances sounds very, there is no, you know, depth to that. Not sponsoring. Funding sounds way better. I feel like certain things doesn't get enough funding. Like the educational system doesn't get enough funding. Maybe they get funding, but it's not the right type of funding. Like, or I would say not the right type of funding. It's not the right type of support. It's like they're not really getting. It's like they're not really answering the questions, or they're not really getting like. Not answering the questions. I don't know why I'm saying everything wrong. It's like they're not getting the it's like they're not getting what they need for X, Y, and Z to deal with certain situations. It's like they're not getting this. They're not getting a solution to the real fucking problem, like the root of the problem, when it comes to certain things, especially for people who are into social work and stuff like that. There's like, the system is corrupt as fuck, so they can't really do too much. I mean, I don't know how far out you can go when it comes to, for like, you know, nonprofit. I'm about to say for profit, but whatever. But like nonprofit, if you were to say take matters into your own hands, I believe that's illegal if you don't have any type of like connection to said, I can't even say said case, because if I'm not mistaken, you can't even do anything if you work that case and then you go off the books and help. I don't know if that's allowed, like house calls, without it being brought on by a judge or whatever the fucking case may be. So I don't know if you are into social work, but I feel like a lot of people don't end up staying or sticking around in that type of field, even though they want to, because it is so fucking corrupt. Like, there is nobody really protecting the children, or, you know, and shit. It is not really. The foster system is trash. It's like, it's horrible. So I don't know what that's about, but anyways, that was off topic. Somebody could be, I mean, somebody could be a social worker, or somebody could be, this could be what's going on with someone, you, or I don't know, hopefully not. I mean, Chariot is here upright. I feel like either you beat something, or somebody can have mixed kids as well. If it's not that, it could just be where you could be trying to fight something. Like, you really are trying to get your kids back, or you're trying to get your kids from someone, or your children out of a situation where it's like kind of dangerous. Maybe court could have, this is not for everybody, or this is somebody that you're dealing with, like your offspring's kids, or, you know, like, what I mean by that, like, they say you have a kid and they're like, I don't know, 30 something, 40, you know, 30 something or whatever, and they have, or they're in their late 20s, whatever, and they have kids with somebody, and it's like, that could be what's going on in a situation, like in another household, or this is what your adult children, or adult child, or son or daughter, whatever, is going through. I don't know if it's like they're trying to get their kids back from someone else. Now, what I'm getting is that you can have a son, or you can have somebody, and I don't know if the kid lives with the mother or something, but the situation, like whatever environment they're in, is not good. I don't know if your son, or I don't know if this is you, or the offspring of yours, or even a cousin. It doesn't matter. And it could be a situation where you are trying to help your son or your daughter get custody of a child that's in a dangerous situation elsewhere. Or I don't know if somebody somebody gets their somebody I don't know if this is like again your offspring or not. I don't know if it's you get your kid for the weekend or for the whatever or the holiday or whatever, and you notice they got bruises or something going on, something on them where it's like, what the fuck is this about? You know, you're trying to figure out what's going on. This can be a granddaughter, a grandchild, and then you're asking your. Hopefully, it's not a situation where your son and your son or your daughter and their person they have a child with is the one endangering this kid. I don't know. That's not for everybody. It's not, but it is some heartbreaking shit going on somewhere when it comes to a kid, like neglect or abuse or something like that. Somebody, like again, somebody's kid is at risk of being taken away. I don't know why. Yours or someone else's. And yeah. Somebody's not talking about this, or they're definitely keeping something to themselves. Somebody could be hoarding something, or they could be hoarding, period. Somebody can definitely be like a hoarder. Because then I was like, before I went forward past explaining what I just explained, I was also getting that scene off of, or that episode off of Atlanta where it was a black kid at school, you know, kind of clowning and whatnot, and his mom got called down to the school about his behavior, and so the mom got on his ass and was trying to tell him like, yo, you can't be acting like this, like growing up, you can't be acting like this because you're doing shit like this. Yeah, it's funny, people are laughing at you, but they'll be laughing at you. You think they're laughing with you, but really they're laughing at you, and they will be laughing at you when you in jail or dead or something like that. She said she was really trying to get on him because he wasn't understanding. Yeah, it seemed intense because the teacher was the one that not really the teacher, but the teacher was trying to de-escalate the situation, and she's seen it as it was very violent. She thought that the interaction that they were having was like intense, but two different backgrounds, culture wise. I would have understood it. It wouldn't have been intense to me because I know, you know, my mom wasn't the type. She's not no I mean, I can't say she's not soft spoken. She's a cool person, but she would get on your ass. And it wasn't like soft parenting. My mom wasn't into no soft parenting. She will fucking, you know, she'll definitely light a fire on your ass. Like, look, you need to act right, you know, but in a more, you know, more loving way, I guess, at least with me. But she was trying to get on his ass, like, yo, you can't be doing this type of stuff, acting like this, because this is not like it's just not the way to go, especially with our culture, our backgrounds, and the fact that it's different for us as a person of color. Sorry, it's different for us when it comes to how we present ourselves to this world. Although it doesn't matter, you can do what you want. You know, you don't have to. You can abide by your own rules. You don't have to sit down and shut up and be quiet. It's not necessarily that. It's more so about, you know, how you're being seen as an individual, because you don't want to be looked at as a class clown for the rest of your life, because people will treat you just like that, and you will be everybody's minstrel show. And plus, he was a boy, and it's way more intense when it's a boy, you know, especially in this world. When it's a girl, we can kind of get through different things without it being harsh. But for a man, like a black man in this day and age, is way different. And he was a kid, so she was really trying to get him to understand something. And the teacher, she was white. No offense, I'm not trying to make it about race or anything. She was like, it seemed intense to her, the conversation, but for me watching it, I was like, I understood it. So the teacher said, you know, when the boy was going back to class or whatever, the teacher was like, I'll handle this, I'll deal with this, because she thought that he was being abused or whatever at home, and that's not even what it is. She's just a single mom that's pissed off at, certain shit, life, and the fact that she got to do all this, you know how it goes. So, but a person who has never been in her shoes or never understood or never been in that situation wouldn't understand. They will look at it as they look at it differently. That's just how it is. It's all about perspective, et cetera, et cetera. So the teacher thought it was clever, or the teacher thought it was okay to call CPS on her, and CPS came and did a welfare check, and the mom went off. She was pissed, and she was like, just take them, and he went into foster care. It ended up being he ended up going to I don't mean to tell y'all the whole damn show, or this episode, but he ended up going to getting adopted by some white uh, lesbian couple that had like 3 other black kids already adopted. And it was like, it's crazy that they thought that he was in an abusive situation, took him out of that and put him in a real abusive situation where they were eating like raw chicken. It was fucking insane. These bitches was crazy, and they were racist on top of that too. And they were, the whole time they were planning on pretty much killing themselves and taking the children with them, meaning killing them and the children all, offing themselves like a murder suicide type of situation. It didn't happen. However, that was the situation, and the boy was like frustrated with. I mean, the little boy was frustrated because she couldn't do certain things that he wanted to do, like watch TV or watch cartoons while doing this and doing that, and he didn't want to eat leftovers and just shit the kids do. And he thought that he had it so bad, not really so bad, but he thought it was like, it sucks, oh my god, my life sucks. But really, when he got into the other situation and seeing how it went, he wanted to go home. So it's something like that, a situation. That's not for everybody, but it could be something like that, where somebody thinks that that somebody's child's in danger, or they're in an abusive situation, when really it's not necessarily that. The story is, that's not the whole story. That's for somebody, but it's not the whole story, and it's not necessarily what's going on. But for somebody else, yeah, this is definitely what's going on. Somebody's like neglectful to their children, even their whatever reason. Somebody could be a hoarder as well. That's not for everybody. And it's like abuse here when it comes to a child, maybe even like a significant other of someone, like the man is getting abused or the woman's getting abused. Yo, we got Chariot again because I split the deck. You already got Chariot out. There's 2 different ones. So are you celebrating? You could be a mother. You could be a mother, Cancer. Yeah, you're the godmother, Cancer. But yeah, you could be a mother, or you can be the mother of a child that's the thing though. Usually they put them in the woman's, not always, but a lot of times they put them in the woman's care, meaning like the woman or the mom or whatever gets the custody, no matter what the situation is. Not all the time. However, that seems to be the corrupt ass system. So I don't know if you do or don't have custody of your children already, or this is somebody else around you. What's going on? Or you're the one that's kind of like wanting to get a child out of somebody else's care. And it doesn't have to be yours. Yeah, this can definitely be like a baby. They may not even be 1 year old yet. It's for somebody. King of Pentacles. The Earth sign, or the Earth sign is involved. Taurus, yeah, this is Taurus. King of Pentacles, that's Taurus. Then we got the Hermit, Bird. Somebody could be older. This is an older gentleman. This could be you. Like I said, you don't have to have Cancer. You don't have to be a Cancer sun sign. But yeah, bringing the child home. Some of you guys could be wanting to adopt somebody's like child, because it's like, yeah, judgment is here and shit. You could be getting a call. Something about it. They usually just pop up. I don't know if they call. So yeah, the King of Cups, that's Scorpio. Heavy Scorpio here too. Now for some of you guys, this could be like a situation where somebody is purposely trying to get someone caught up in the system. and something's not really going on. Now maybe you smoke or somebody smokes or whatever, and somebody feels like that someone is like in danger, or they're endangering some kids or something like that because they're not. Now this could be a situation where somebody's like a grandpa or a grandma, or and they, I don't know if the older person here likes to babysit or whatever, and somebody may not be fit to be babysitting. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's for someone. But anyways, yeah, it's, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like it's something to do with, it's definitely something to do with the kid here. Does what include you? My bad. I wasn't really paying attention. So. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter. Anybody, if you have been, if it's been like a opposing thing for you as far as say, you know, you have you already have like some type of narrative written about your culture, and you have to, and it's all about, I'm not gonna say it's all about how people see you, but maybe you have to, actually I don't know, to be honest. It could be anything. King of Cups twice. Who is this Scorpio or this Gemini? You might not be able to trust somebody. It could be like a Scorpio or a Gemini, or yeah, some of you guys, you don't trust someone. Somebody doesn't trust someone with a kid for fucking sure, man. They don't trust someone with a child. I don't know why. I don't know. Judgment is here, so something must have happened once upon a time. It's like it's an older person here. Somebody doesn't trust this older person with a child. I don't know if somebody is just being neglectful, they're falling asleep and shit, or I'm not saying they're falling asleep like that, but it could be like they're neglectful. There's like just abuse, some type of abuse. King of Wands. Now somebody can definitely be like neglecting a child for a lover, like a man or woman. Heavy on the Gemini here too. Somebody could be in a new relationship and they're like abusive or neglecting a child, or the man is. I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm gonna get up off of this. You got three major arcanas and then the King of Pentacles. And your card came out first, so whoever I'm talking to, you are a Cancer sun sign. This is definitely your reading. You could have been married to somebody. Could have been you could have been married to somebody. Could have been a earth sign. You could be married, or you could be married, or this is a situation where you are no longer married to this person. You have to be separated. That's not for everybody. I'm gonna get off of that though, because that's just making me like, yeah, exhausted, emotionally exhausted. Now it could just be an investigation going on with this Hermit energy. So maybe you won't stop until you get the truth, or you won't stop until you figure something out, or you find something out. Because some of you guys, you are, it's like you're being patient. I don't know. It's definitely something. I'm not gonna. It's whatever. You or somebody else. So I have no clue. It's definitely something that definitely needs to be addressed though. So with this new moon energy, I knew better than to do this. I'm only gonna do 2 other signs because I don't even know why doesn't matter. What's up with the new moon? So you could be learning something about another person. Yeah, relationship. 4 of Wands. So you're letting your guards down to somebody that's new. That's good for you or whomever, because people are like, I'm not. Yeah, I know. If you're not dealing with anybody and you're not trying to, then it's not your reading, or it's not your. This is not the part that you gotta listen to. You're dealing with Leo. So you're deeply committed to somebody. Yeah, devoted, committed, devoted. overflowing abundance, chasing after something. Some of you guys, yeah, emotional. This is like tears of joy. And then you got two ducks here with like a little duckling in the middle. So this could be somebody you have children with, not entirely. Or this is somebody you have a family with, or you will. So you guys are deeply committed to somebody. This is not for everybody though. You can be a life path 7, 1, 8, 4, or 3. You can be 34, 43. You don't have to. April, March, July, January, and August could be significant, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, Leo, I already said Leo. Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Pisces, my bad. Who else? Yeah, that's it. Leo, Aquarius, yeah, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer. What the fuck? Interesting. Aries, Pisces. Mm-hmm. So that could be like the new boo or whatever. Some of you guys are really happy, or you're feeling really good. This is for someone who got a new relationship, new boo, whatever. I'm not going to even get into it or elaborate. It's nothing to say. Pretty self-explanatory, if you ask me. So this is either past, present, future, but you're definitely letting your guards down to either love or relationships in general, or just a particular person, or just a relationship in a relationship, like a whole relationship or something like that, entirely. Anything else? No, they don't have to be new, but it says new, so new love, flirting with someone. Some of you guys could be thinking about moving to be closer to this person, or this can also be somebody from your past and things are like heating back up maybe. But this is like an opportunity. It's a forced change here too. This is like an opportunity to grow something, to build something, to start something. It could be a family. We got this uprooted energy. So it could be a relationship that needs like a makeover. Some of you guys, this is something to do with the home. Y'all ever watch that? It was like a little documentary on Extreme Makeover, House Edition. I think it might have been that or something else, where they were taking people who homes were like really in need of like an upgrade and they couldn't afford it and all this other stuff, like poor families and stuff like that. Not necessarily like that, but yeah. And damn, I should have done that. Oh no, my hand is stuck. I knew better than to do that shit. Because these charms. And then like they would do all this stuff, this extravagant stuff, and build this house, build their house bigger, but then it came with more property taxes, it came with more issues and problems. There's like more money to be doled out that they didn't have in the first place, and they end up losing their homes. I don't know why I'm getting that. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting that, and I don't know why I'm even like talking about it. Because I'm not really seeing that be something that's going on, but it could be for somebody. Some of you guys, like I said, you're thinking about moving to be closer to somebody, or whatever the case may be, or you already did. Yeah, some of you guys are wanting somebody from your past, or this is somebody else. You can be dealing with you can have Aries and Venus, you can have Sag in your chart, you can be dealing with any of those signs. Not necessarily. Somebody really trying it with the weird shit. People still do that shit though. Voodoo dolls and whatever the fuck people do. Or we trying to hex people and shit. Fucking lame. Alright. So some of you guys is a person around you may feel like you can't trust. They may wear like a lot of hoodies or something. Like with the hood up. It's not for everybody. Or somebody may feel like they can't trust you. Or that you're hiding something here. So somebody definitely got a reputation here. It's not a good one because they're deceptive. Or this could just be what how somebody feels doesn't mean that that's what's going on. This could be somebody online. Now this could also be some anonymous shit, like somebody that you don't know, like I mean you may know them, maybe not, but this is like somebody who yeah, part of the Anon. This is definitely like someone who is hiding behind like a fake account or some shit like that. Because it's completely darked out, but you see the silhouette. You see the silhouette. I feel like this is it's like somebody doesn't want to get recognized or something. They don't want to be seen, they don't want to be known, but reputation is here. So somebody definitely has like a record of like being deceptive, or a track record. You can be dealing with a Pisces, Aquarius, a Capricorn. You don't have to. Or Aries, or this is you. Or this is how you feel. That you can't trust somebody. Or you feel like somebody has a reputation of being shady or some shit. I just got the shade room. Too many. It's too many. It's too many. So what's up with this liar energy? Yeah. And those are the ones that actually popped up and flew out. Not upright, but over. And upright. And out. It flipped out, upright, and over. So, yeah. You can definitely be dealing with a Scorpio. Somebody, yeah, if they do it once, they'll do it again. So don't listen to that and think like, oh man, they're gonna do it. No, I don't know your situation, but it is an energy of somebody like backstabbing someone, but there's a period of waiting though, a period of like, all right, let me sit this out, or let me just, let me go back to the drawing board, whatever the case may be, and somebody's trying to come up with some type of elaborate plan in order to kind of pretty much try you in some sort of way. This is definitely like like chess energy. I'm always getting chess with the Five of Swords. It's not always bad. It really depends on the situation. But with somebody being mistrustful and they're hiding and they're being deceptive and they have a reputation of doing that. Now again, like I said, this could just be how you feel. You feel like you can't trust someone because you feel like your experience with them, this was the energy. Like there was real, like a dark looming energy maybe. Or you may feel like, oh, this person, other people know about this person, so it's like you hear somebody could be from the South, but you hear, or somebody could be from like, I don't know, Memphis or some shit. Anyways, but this is like where, say you're in a small town, it doesn't even gotta be small, and you went to school with such and such, or you happen to know such and such. Y'all went to school, maybe y'all wasn't really cool, y'all wasn't friends, but y'all knew each other. And you've seen this person do things, and you hear other people talk about them doing things, and you can believe it because you've seen it yourself. So that's the experience that I'm talking about. Like you had experience with a person already. And it might have not been like deep, meaning it might have been real superficial, but it's still an experience and it's still something you remember. And now that and it's like since then you kind of you don't really fuck with the person, or you don't really talk to them. You don't really, y'all may say what's up and that's about it, but y'all don't sit there and have conversations and be buddy buddy and telling each other your secrets and shit. So um because you already know how somebody get down, or you already know that somebody is they definitely do, they do what they can to get where they want to get. You know, it's kind of like in order for them to get like a rewarded, in order for them to get a win or whatever the case may be, they step on other people's fucking necks, hands, etc., etc. It's like somebody don't even play fair. I don't know why I want to say like the neighborhood bully, but they're really not though. They just don't nobody fuck with them, and so they just figure they might as well be the villain. So in this case, you are not the villain in in this situation right here. For somebody, you're not the villain. I'm not even saying that you weren't it to begin with, anyways. But I feel like somebody is hiding. I don't know what the fuck they're hiding, and they're making damn sure that people don't find out, or somebody, or you don't. They're really trying their hardest to hide their identity or hide who they are. Yo, we got the motherfucking snake. Ain't that some shit? That was the next card. Someone told me to just pluck it. You can be done with the, yeah, yep. That Ten of Swords is here, so this is a backstabber. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But you or somebody is definitely dealing with a snake. A backstabbing, a backstabbing bitch. But no, somebody who's definitely like a backstabber. Now, it could just be somebody who will betray you to get what they want or to win by any means necessary. If it's in their way, they're going to do what they need to do to get what. This is somebody who's in survival mode. This is somebody who will seduce. They'll use their sexuality. They use their whatever to get what they want. You got silent treatment here too. I feel like somebody's purposely trying to keep from like they're purposely like staying quiet. You know when kids are quiet, that's when you know they up to some shit. But when they're doing the most, you know that everything's all good. That's how most people are. Like as soon as they hear their kids are quiet, they're like, oh, what the fuck y'all getting into? So it's the same thing, but this is a adult. This is somebody who is definitely old enough to know better. Interesting. Somebody be from Canada. But there's like some jealousy here for sure. This could be a Scorpio. Any water sign, could be a Gemini. Any air sign, actually. We got Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius here. It's in Scorpio. Any water sign. Don't even gotta be that. Just someone who, I mean, the King of Cups is upright though. That's the shit I don't understand. This is somebody who knows they can do, like, you know, be the good person, be the good guy, the good girl, the whatever, you know. Like they know they can make wise decisions, but they choose not to. They choose to act in the Five of Swords and snake energy, being like deceptive. It's like, why though? You know, like what the. So somebody figured they can get more fucking bees with vinegar for sure than with honey. They're like, honey don't do shit. I need vinegar so I can attract like the most bitter of bitter. I don't. somebody likes playing the villain, pretty much. Whoever this is, or whoever this is for you, they like playing the villain. They like being the snake. They like betraying others and seeing how it makes them feel, or seeing how that person reacts. They like giving the silent treatment to see if you how do you react. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but hell nah. Yeah, exactly. I feel like somebody's exhausting. Somebody's goal, this could be in life or just in your life or just in general. Somebody's goal is to just go around like betraying others, trust, and just being shitty for whatever reason. I feel like maybe somebody like what I'm kind of getting is someone gotten this type of like reputation, so they just went ahead and like, you know, played into it. It's like somebody doesn't like this person for whatever reason, and ever since then it's like nobody wants to fuck with a person because apparently whomever from up the block said that this person was X, Y, and Z. And so news spread. Now everybody knows that this person is caca. No, let me stop. And that this person is definitely just to stay away, you know, to stay away from whatever or whomever this is. And somebody's taking all that, like taking that, and yeah, they're taking that and they're like using that as no, sorry, this person is taking that and using that as their, I want to say, protection shield, or that's the, no, it's the mask. It's the fucking mask. Yeah, it's the mask. It's the mask. This person is pretty much saying, well, fuck it, everybody else already think that I'm a thief, a murderer, or a this or that, and I might as well just go ahead and, you know, play into that part. Somebody could be an actor or actress, and that could be how they get down. Like, they play into, it's like they play out their character even when they're not in character mode, if you know what I mean. This is kind of like all the greats who played certain characters and ended up committing suicide, allegedly, or, because, you know, there's a lot that I could talk about for shit like that, but they ended up taking on somebody else's persona, or taking on this persona that's not theirs, this energy that's not theirs. It's like playing the Joker, R.I.P. Heath Ledger, but playing the Joker, and, you know, literally get into that mode, that character mode, and to where that's what people recognize you as, so I might as well go ahead and play as that. That's a big role. Joker is a big fucking role. Joker is not, you know, everybody knows Joker, you know. It'd be different if we're playing a role of like Peppa Pig's cousin. Exactly. Because you probably like, what? Exactly. That's not something where people are just like, people don't know who the fuck, we wouldn't know who that is, but everybody knows the Joker, so they'll play into that shit. And that's who they are from now on. They're that. Because they got labeled that because that's what X, Y, and Z said they were. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that since I'm already being pegged as mistrustful and a liar and deceiver and I hide shit and I don't show my face. I don't show who I am really to anybody. Shit like that. I don't know what that's about because you didn't come up in this, so I feel like this is somebody else that you're staying away from because, or you've been staying away from them, but you're staying away from them because of the reputation that they hold. And if you was to get caught, I'm not saying it matters, you know, because who cares what people think, especially if people don't really know the whole story, whole truth, whatever. But it's like you don't want to get caught up with the person that has all this stacked up against them, it could easily take you down with them, especially if they're already in the energy of mistrust and being a snake and shit, and then that energy of Ten of Swords and Five of Swords, and yeah, no, fuck no. This is kind of somebody who can cry on cue, or at least cry to get themselves out of a situation and then be cool like the next second. They know exactly what it is they're doing. This is somebody who's very, very emotionally manipulative. I don't know what the fuck I pick up on. I mean, I do, but I don't know why that, like, what the fuck that's about. It's somebody that you're dealing with Cancer. Or somebody that somebody else that you know is dealing with. It's something like that. Anyways, this has been real. I'm out. I'm gotta continue going. I'm gonna try to do 2 more, but I may only be able to get through 1, to be completely honest. It hasn't really been like the best of times for me to do readings. I just really been like busy. And then when I'm not busy and it's time for me to go ahead and start doing these, it be mad late. And I just be like, then I don't feel like doing anything. Yeah, mask. Is it reversing? So this is like somebody's mask could be slipping. Whatever that means. Concealed is here too, and that disguise. Yeah, I feel like somebody needs to keep something on hush mode or keep something secret. It's weird because I was about to do that for your thumbnail, like but I ended up not doing it. That's random. Where the hell is the rest of this deck? Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh my goodness, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't even be doing another one. At all. Like, at all. What the hell, man? It's my fault, though. Trying to do everything. Anyways, this has been real again. Oh, my bad. I was my face with, huh? You mean wash? That's on you. I don't care. What am I supposed to do about that? Tell you not to do it or get freaked out? I ain't the one that gotta fucking smell it or see it, so that's on you. And who knows, maybe it's beneficial, like semen. Oh man, it's just recycled blood anyways. Ugh. Alright, I'm done.